To finish off the right side of roller set number 1, the Italian top, we're going to repeat exactly what we did on the left side. So just quickly to review, we're going to put a C shaping in the front. Place your finger, remove about 1 inch of hair, ribbon that hair. Using a half size red roller, we're going to roll that hair under, position it diagonally, and clip from the top. Then we're going to go from the bottom of the small roller on a diagonal to the length of a roller. So length of a roller is going to be around here. So we're just going to target part, creating wide to narrow, a triangle base. Now your clips may be in your way here. If you're fortunate enough, it's nice to have invisible clips. This is an on-base roller. The invisible clips, they tuck right inside your rollers, these main rollers. And when they tuck right inside, they won't be in your way. We clip this from the back, and you'll notice it sits on a slight diagonal line. We're going to carve out our section. We can do that at the beginning before we even start the side, or we can do it right now, but this is a point where it definitely has to be carved out. Our side has to be carved out at this point. On the other side, I think I carved out our side first, and that's okay too. So you can carve it out first, or you can carve it out at this point. Then we find the halfway point of this roller, diagonal down. When you go diagonal down, remember you don't want your section to be too wide. Don't go diagonal down and end up way down here, because you're going to end up with crowding. So just keep in mind the width, the diameter of the roller that you're using to determine how wide your sections are. This is another on-base roller, so we're going to comb that hair up 135 degrees from the scalp and roll under. Nice on-base roller, clip from the back. Now if you remember, we went 3/4 of this roller, diagonal down, and this is a half base roller. So we're pulling this hair 90 degrees and we're using a size smaller roller. So again, remember, if red roller is what you're using, we're going to use silver. Clip from the top. If you're using silver rollers, you're going to use green. Then remember, we have this space in here. We use our roller at the highest peak where that space is, and that tells us where our horizontal line will be. And this one is also half base, and it's clipped from the back. So a half base roller, clip from the back, because remember, we never want to clip into our hairline. And remember to clip at the base. And then we have the remainder hair here, which we will do our pin curls in. So we need to put our C shaping in. We need to carve out about 1 inch of hair, ribbon that hair, roll it up, and clip our first one through the center. Remember, skin, hair, clip. C shaping, carve out. Don't disturb your C shaping as you're carving out. Ribbon that hair, roll it up, clip to the back of the first pin curl, and right along your second. Carve out, and we just fill this remainder of the side panel with our sculptured pin curls. always clip to the one in front, just anchors them a little bit more. Remember, as we're working near the ear, it's a bit difficult on our mannequin and on humans too. Pull that hair diagonal back, hold it with your finger, pull forward, that gives you your C shaping, and roll up and clip. Take your next one, diagonal back, finger, pull forward, ribbon those ends, clip to the back of the previous one. Pull back, finger, make that C shaping, roll up, and then just finish off your last one. Make sure you've got all the hair. You don't want to leave hair stuck to the mannequin because that hair is not going to comb out too nicely. Clip. So remember, when you're done, check to make sure that your ends are all in the center. Check to make sure that your clips are lining up. You always want your work to look neat. This helps prepare you for your final exam. Making sure you're doing all these checks. It just will come naturally to you the day of the exam. And that's the right side. So remember, the short roller in a C shaping, wide to narrow subsection. Then we start our pivot to turn, narrow to wide, narrow to wide. We use our mark at the half base of this roller and the 3/4 ways of this roller. Then we fill the center hair left. Remember, use your roller to mark where you're going to use your horizontal parting here, because you don't want it to be too low, because you'll end up with not enough room for your pin curls. On base, half base, half base. This one's a size smaller. Clipped at the back, clipped at the back, clipped at the back, clipped at the top, near the pivot. So remember, we're taking this hair and we're moving it forward. We're pivoting it, and that's why we use these triangle sections to slowly turn that hair. And that's the right side of roller set number 1, the Italian top.